Hello and welcome to Battle of Girl Sits and Knits, episode 120. My name is Meg and I will be your host. You're joining me here in Frederick on a nice cool day. It is the 20-something of March, 6th, oh my gosh, 26th of March already. I don't know where March is going. It seemed like January took forever and suddenly February was gone and March is gone and the rest of the year I'm sure will fly. I had another niece born this morning, so we're so excited for her and mom, and I got another pumpkin hat to start. That's 3 pumpkin hats now. Not that I'm complaining. Being a knitting auntie is one of my favorite things right now, so I have to say I am enjoying it. I am drinking Bones Coffee Company in the Highland Grog coffee with some maple creamer. It was one of the last things I grabbed before I cloistered myself. And it is very good. They are currently having a sale on Bones Coffee, so if you use the code STAYHOME20, you get 20% off your order. I went for a variety pack. So 5 different bags, 5 different coffees in 4-ounce bags, I believe. And they're really a great way to just taste test everything. So I don't think I have, no, I think I moved it. I took it upstairs. But if you go back 1 or 2 podcasts, right after Mardi Gras, I showed off my Bones Coffee in the little pouch. That is the little pouch that you will get, and you get 5 of them. You can choose all of your flavors, so if you don't know what you like yet, it is a perfect opportunity to try things. It is my favorite coffee company, and I highly recommend it at all times. Post that, I do have a knit along going on right now. It is the House Pride Cal. I had hosted a House Pride Cal a while ago with Tyranny from Coffee and Cables, who no longer podcasts. Hope she is well wherever she is. And I am hosting them with the cowls. I am very excited to say that several of the patterns have sold. Thank you so much for going and picking them up. There is still the buy 3 get 1 free coupon going on. You add all 4 to your cart and 1 is deducted. So buy 3 get 1 free. This is the Slytherin cowl knit by my friend Trish, and I still have the Gryffindor cowl knit by my friend Ashley. I am not seeing them anymore at the winery since everything is down to a bare bones staff. And oh God, I gotta get some of this yarn. Every time I just want to pet it forever. This yarn is to die for. The base, I have no idea what it is, but it is Universal Yarns. And if you go onto Paula's page on Ravelry, you will be able to see what she used and scoop up some for yourself. So, and this is the Hufflepuff Pride cowl by Paula. And this Universal Yarns feels like cashmere. It's kitten soft. Trish's is like the sturdy kind of will keep you warm forever. And then Ashley's is a mix of them. Like the red's a little softer than the gray, but then Paula's is just kittens. So it's a very fun stack to have looking at me all the time, and it makes me think of them and then makes me miss them and makes me sad that I'm in quarantine like everybody else. But yeah, we do what we have to stay safe and stay healthy, and I hope that you're grumbling about it at home with me and not out there being silly. If you have to go out for work, I am not calling you silly, I'm calling you brave, but don't be silly if you can stay home too. Anyway, I'm done. The coffee is almost gone and I'm gonna cry over it on the inside, but I'll manage. So I have a huge episode with lots of things because my inner ADD here, being trapped inside the house, has just like run rampant with my brain. So I have several finished objects, but as I was saying, I'm hosting a cal. It's in the Ravelry. Check the group links down below if you want to participate, and then you can win prizes down there. Okay. Yeah, I'm clearly out of Cal practice. I did set up the thread, and I asked people to tell me what you would knit and what yarn you would use, and that would give us all ideas of what to use and what to knit. I have just received some really cute photos, finished object photos of the Raven Paw sweater, so the puppy sweater, and oh my gosh, it is so cute. I am so excited. So I still do have Slitherpup and Ravenpaw coming out, and that will complete the puppy collection. Might have to fill this with water. I feel like my throat is not awake yet. Okay, so moving right along, we have DeKalb, we have the shop is still open. I am offering a coupon code. I am the dyer of Bad Wolf Girl Studios yarn. If you're new, hi, welcome. It's semi this crazy usually. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I love you. But yes, so I am the dyer behind Bad Wolf Girl Studios yarn and Bad Wolf Girl designs. And I am currently offering 20% off your entire order if you use the code STAYHOME2020. At checkout. Or if you have 2 or more skeins, you can use the code FREESHIP and deduct shipping from your parcel, whatever one helps you a little bit more. So I never considered myself to have dry hands, but I don't know, I guess ever since quarantine, when I've been knitting more, the back of my hands just get so dry. So yeah, just lotion up for a sec here. Yeah, so we're gonna move right into finished objects, of which I have several. Some that you have never seen and they're finished, so that's exciting. I will start with the oldest. Actually, most of them you've never seen, to be fair. Okay, I will start with the oldest. It is the peppermint bark pattern with just one skein. I used a mandala skein for this. I finally did do some ribbing and I-cord on the arms. So I am so glad it's done. I'm so tired of looking at this, and I'm sure you are too. So puppy sweater, finally done. So excited. It is very cute on her. I did pop it on her almost immediately. I find that her puppy sweaters work a little bit like a thunder jacket. So they calm her down, they just, they keep her a little bit more sated in the house, and anything that can help with that is helpful. Because she is just a bundle of energy, and I do try to get her out as much as possible, but sorry, I'm like looking outside. I try to get her out, but when it's chillier or if it's raining and we don't get out as much, I have been putting her on the treadmill. My puppy is treadmill trained, so she can do all of her walks on the treadmill if need be. Not my ideal thing. I like getting her out as much as possible, but sometimes it cannot be helped. Okay, hopefully now my hands are more moisturized. Moisturize me, Doctor Who. Okay, so next, a little shout out to Nitty Natty. She had, there it is. She had been showing off her scrubby pattern, her dish scrubby. You can see, yeah, there it is. Her dish scrubby pattern. And I had just found some black tulle in my stash last week when I was cleaning things, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot I had this. Like, I was gonna use it for a costume at one point and I didn't. So I went ahead and was like, I am going to make these scrubbies. And she calls her 3-inch tulle, and I only had the 6-inch, and I was like, it's fine, I'll just use a bigger hook. It's like no big deal. It's so much harder to get it to scrunch at 6 inches because you have twice the amount of fabric. So I was like, fine. And I started cutting it in half, which didn't go very badly. It's just very hard to know how much you're going to need for a scrubby when you've never done it before. And then to like gauge how much is on the floor, and then separate that out and wind them into 2 different balls so that you can then crochet down from that. So I would say I would probably split the like entire roll and roll them up and then work from that, so that when you're finished, you just cut it instead of cutting it in multiple places and having extra bits that can't make anything, which I had. But anyway, so I made 4 of these and I am in love. They feel kind of scratchy, like tulle, when you have them dry, but the minute they get wet, they kind of soften, but it's still netting. So like she says, it's really good for like scrubbing your pans and like, it's so good. I'm obsessed. It's like ridiculous. So I made 4 of these on like day 2 of quarantine. That's like, you're already making household objects. Yes, I'm useful. But they're just so cute and so easy. So if you are thinking about doing it, threw out my sponge the other day and I have 4 of these now. So I'm going to work with these for a while. I do still have sponges in the house. They're brand new, so I'm not gonna throw them out. But this may be able to replace my sponges, which would be really nice. So we shall see. Yes, so Nitty Natty, and it's her scrubby sponge. The pattern is on Ravelry. If you go on to Ravelry and type in like spongy, scrubby, it'll come up. It's like one of the top ones. So yes, thank you for an awesome idea. I absolutely love it. And I don't know if it doesn't even matter if you're not that good at crochet, because as long as the hooks land somewhere, it won't fall apart. But I knotted it off like crazy, and then I knotted it to a knot, and then I wove it in a little bit. But yeah, so like even if they fall apart, it took like an hour to do 4, maybe, I don't know. It was really, really fun. So yes, I'll stop showing you the tiny black scrub. I'm obsessed. I went and got water. There's more coffee upstairs, but I shall wait. After that, I, you know, as a knitting auntie, want to up my skills. And so I went on to Lally Lala, and that is another crochet designer. So I was in the crochet mood, shall we say. And I whipped up a, I think they call them a bunny egg. And I'm not in love with it. I think I should have used larger eyes. I think that would have made it look cuter. I think I have too much fabric at the bottom versus the top. And I think the ears are too big. So other than all of those complaints, it is very cute. I am going to actually gift this to either a family member, one of the new babies, or possibly my neighbor. My neighbor has a brand new baby girl. So I'm thinking maybe this would be very sweet to give her. And since it was like my first one, I kind of want to get the cuteness factor up for my fam. But odds are I won't see Paisleys again, so I can just boop doop doop doop. But it is very cute. I think I use the 6mm eyes, and I would use 9mm next time. And the yarn weights were different for the pink and the cream, and I feel that showed when I went down to the next color that it should have been smaller, but it wasn't because it was a larger yarn. And then stuffing it was fine. I also think it would be kind of cute if you, because you work this top down, it'd be kind of cute if you could put a plastic egg inside. Also, what would be really cute, I remember my Nana used to make ones that like open so you could like slide the egg in and have it inside the crochet toy. And then you could fill the egg with coins or candy for Easter. So that is something where I would probably go like ear to ear back here and like go across and then like turn around and go back and then cast on. Do you know what I mean? Not in her pattern, but I was thinking that would work really well. So she is very sweet. She looks really cute on camera, but in person she looks a little awkward to me, and I just can't figure out why she isn't as cute as the designers. So I think a few more tweaks, moving the eyes down a little bit more, using, again, the same yarn so that the pattern actually like nips this in. I think that should have been more the ratio. It should be like a, yeah, like a bunch and then a small. So I just think she has like too much. But anyway, it is very cute. So this is a free pattern from Lally La La Land. Lally La La Land. Lallyland. Lally La La Land. There's an extra L and A in there. Lord. I'll write it out. Boop doop doop. But it is very cute. So this was one of my first finished objects, but it was one of the last ones that I did, so I'm showing it off now. And then, okay, I had a commission from a coworker, and I wanted to make, and I showed it off last week, I wanted to make Heidi the horse, and that pattern is by Jess Huff, and it's a free pattern, and I am thrilled to show her off. She's gonna be, I hope she is, I'm gonna turn the brightness up. There you go. I'm gonna try to blow it out just because she is made of like cafe mocha yarn over here, and I have a darker background as well. So this is Heidi the horse. She is supposed to be 15 inches tall. I would say she's about that. She's really cute. I used the largest eyes, so there might be 12 millimeter eyes. I think that's what I used. So I'll get her up close and personal for you. There's the eyes. I went ahead and looping it through. What else? All of the parts were done separately. So the legs and the body and the head and the ears, and then you sew it all together. What else? I used Red Heart yarn in the like coffee or mocha color, and it is machine washable. It's very plasticky, and that's fine because for a toy, I kind of want it to take a beating. This is going to an adult, so this won't be an adult like I'm an adult, but like it's going to an adult, so she's not gonna fling it across the room. I mean, she can do whatever she wants when she gets it. But it's not like I'm giving it to a 2-year-old. I would, however, go down maybe a hook size. I think I used a 3.5, and my crochet is a little loose, I think. As everything, I'm a bit of a looser knitter, I'm a bit of a looser crocheter, so I would go down a hook size to a 3, which I just found my 3, so that was perfect. I did use a 3 on this guy, and I would say that I can see the difference. I can't see through my stitches as much, which is really the goal. I feel like she's a little bit see-through in here. I don't know if you can see through, but I kind of can. So what else? I tried to stuff the limbs pretty well so that not a ton of like polyfill would be getting out, or you know, it wouldn't deflate too much. I did the trick where you kind of pinch the eyes and make it have a nose bridge. I am trying so hard to show you. Everything looks darker on my side, so I'm sure you can see fine. Let's see. So you can see I've sewed it on, done the hair back here, the arms. You can kind of see a little bit through there. And then for the tail, Tutti Frutti the pony had a braided tail, so I went ahead and did a fish tail braid on that, and then just trimmed it up a little bit so it wasn't too scraggly. I'm absolutely in love with this. I'm thinking that I need to do Jazzy the Unicorn from her as well. I think my niece would really, really like it. She will be 1. Not that she has a ton of opinions right now, but I really think that she would like it. And I do happen to have a rainbow full of, you know, parts here because stash wall, which I am blessed to have. So yes, I would say that this entire experience has been really good. I am 100% going to do them again. I do have a little bit more to show you in my whip pile. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I think the ears might be a little bit too big, but that could be because of my loose crocheting and the hook. I love doing the alternating color for the hoofs. She doesn't really function like a horse would, but she does sit on her own if you put her down. I saw they kind of shoot them where like the horse can sit like this and like lean, but if I put her like this, she's too top heavy and she goes this way. So when I sit her, I have to sit her like that and lean her hands on her legs, and that actually works fine. So it's just, yeah, it's been wonderful. I am absolutely gonna do this again. And I know Hannah's in the mood to do more unicorns, so maybe we will join forces and do a unicorn along as I like lope her into something she did not sign up for. But yes, so this is Heidi the Horse by Jess Huff Patterns, Jess Huff Co. Go over and follow her on Instagram. She is a wonderful designer. I found the pattern pretty clear, easy enough. I would say I kind of made up where the arms and legs were gonna go. I don't know if I actually read in the pattern where that was supposed to go, but that might have just been the horse one. So I think she's really cute. She was easy enough to make, took a couple of days, and maybe $15 worth of supplies when you break it down. Yeah, so I am absolutely thrilled and I highly recommend her. So Heidi Horse. Thank you, Heidi Horse, for coming and just laying over there now. Looks so sad. Okay, and then my last FO. Oh no. Oh no. Is that another mitten? Yes, it is. I can't help it. So just off the blocking mats, and again, I'm gonna take a ring off because rings mess with my color work. This is the Slytherin House Pride Mitten. Hashtag Slytherin Pride Mitten by Bad Wolf Girl Designs. Me. So I worked this up. I actually saved it. So this is the Wool of the Andes Superwash in the Aurora Heather. Can you see it? Yes. Let me take the brightness down one again. There you go. And this is Dove Heather in Brava Sport. So I was working these two together, which I think are really great Slytherin colors. Aurora Heather is my favorite green from Knit Picks for sure. My nails are so long. They are driving me up a wall. I need to shorten them. So this was a bit tight. I worked it up on a 6. I did find some 6 needles, so I did this on a 6 because I saw that this was even thinner than the first glove I did, which was my Gryffindor House Pride. So the yarn that I used for this is even thinner than, no, this was thicker than this. So this was thinner than that. There we go. So what else? I went up a needle size knowing that this was tight, so this would be like unwearable. The height counts were similar, so I knew kind of how it was going to fit. The Ravenclaw is taller. So I would say that that does make a difference. I still have to do a good gauge on these guys. They are fitting pretty well. So get close. I have the little Hogwarts H, the up and over, my favorite side design here, and the stripes again. I did try something new at the bottom. I disliked how it looked. It looked very chaotic, and it's not even really coming across on camera how I wanted it. And then my absolute favorite bit, I'm trying to, like, I can't bend my arm that way. My absolute favorite bit is the little skull. So it's a skeleton key. I'm obsessed. I have another version of this where it's more like wispy going down, kind of like a dark mark. So what I'm going to do is, this is left mitten. So left mitten will have the skeleton key and right mitten will have the dark mark. So I can show you both of them. And the mitten will have this motif on the back, unless I change it. I just am still working out what works, to be fair. So once again, pop this on. I have it on a large sock blocker. The top points like exactly how my mitten does. So that's useful. And it just helps it block out a little bit. I am so excited for this. I did mess up a little bit on the color work, but if I didn't tell you that, I don't know if you'd know that. I love the curl. I love the curve. Oh, I do. The sides are awesome. Again, we're gonna ignore this and just, so this is good. This was fine. This is great. And this is very mindless once you get into the groove. It's very, very mindless. So this was not mindless. This was driving me nuts. So I just couldn't take it anymore. And I went back to what worked. And I think, like, after doing the thinking on this side, you kind of want a little relaxation, so to speak, on the other side. And that's something that I would appreciate. So I only have one because I just started it yesterday. So I started and finished this yesterday afternoon, maybe around 4, 5. I started the ribbing. It is, again, it's pretty long, like the Ravenclaw one, if you notice. Yeah, look at that. It's very long past here, but that's great for your coats, because I think the worst thing is like having your gloves stop and then you just have bare skin in between, which is kind of weird. So once again, super fan. The skeleton key is possibly my favorite thing there. Just, oh man, I'm so excited. So I will start the next glove today and implement the changes that I made on this glove onto the next glove. I also had like a little skull here at one point, and I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that or not. I think I'm not. I think I'm gonna just match them. I could flip the snake. Again, it wouldn't make an S, but they would look pretty cool, kind of facing each other. Yeah, I might do that. But I'm yeah, obsessed with that little guy right there. Oh my God, I love him so much. Little skeleton key. So I know not everyone wants to put a dark mark on things. Some people enjoy it for the creepiness of it. Others are like, I really don't want to, which is fine. And why I made the key instead. I thought skeleton keys would be definitely like old Slytherin families would have that. So it just works for me, and I am very excited to have this third compilation. So excited, so excited. That's hilarious. I grabbed the same glove for all of them by accident. Haha. I must really like my left hand. It's the same glove. So yes, obviously there is one house missing and I'm working on it. I have been kind of back and forth. I don't know. I'm torn. In the Cursed Child banners, it's kind of like a mustard with brown rather than black. And originally I had done brown, but then I thought it would be too close to this because this is kind of how it looked. Except it was mostly gold with brown on there. And then I just love the yellow and black together. I think that they look so puff. Gray and black are also great. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna go with the banner color or just like do my own gold and black preference. So it's kind of a thought that I've got going on in there. I don't know what I want to do yet, but I'm very excited. So good. Sometimes you just need some water. So yes, my Schmitten for mitten pile. I was feeling a little down, and every time I feel down, I seem to knit a mitten, and then I don't feel so down. What a way to do it, right? Okay, and rings back on. So, I still have some whips to show you. This was like a rush through finished object last night. I just wanted it, I wanted to have it done so I could block it because it was fitting a bit tight and I wanted to know if it was going to block out any better. And I think it did. I definitely think it did. So, let's see if I have it. I do. So I treated myself to the Chiagu Twisty Shorties. I'm sure you've seen them on other podcasts or advertised. They are falling out. Just give me a second. My 8s are running away. Ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. Okay, so they look like so. And they are short tips. So these are slightly longer. And then these are like BB shorts. Yes. They're just itty bitty. So these are this big and these are this big. And I have found them already exceedingly helpful, especially with the baby hats that I'm trying to do. Again, I'm going to be an auntie over and over and over. So as an auntie, I feel that I need to make them all little pumpkins. So I cast on 60 stitches on a US 7, and I did a rolled brim, so I just started knitting, and I've knit, if I pulled it, like 5 inches, but really I want it to be rolled, so I measured from the roll, so 4 inches, and then I just started, decreasing. And I am using another Knit Picks Brava worsted in, I don't have the tag and I don't know where it is. It was like maybe persimmon colorway. I don't think it was like a pumpkin colorway. I do have like a neon orange, but I thought that this was more wearable. So I'm gonna make 3 of these and top them with little leaves and a little curl. It was my sister-in-law's favorite thing that I gave her in my knitting. She just thought it was so cute and she loved putting her baby girl on it. So I think it's necessary that everyone can match in the family. So not much else to show. I just have been working on it here and there. And then I've got, again, another bibbe on the way, and I am crocheting a Rosie the Rabbit. I think I am eating fuzz as I pull these out. So I'm crocheting a Rosie the Rabbit. I have 4 legs done. So these are the bottom legs, and then here are the arms. So I have these pieces done, and if I have a body made next, I could actually sew them all together and have it as one piece rather than 5 pieces, because I also made the nose flap on the face. You kind of build it out and you put it on kind of this way. Yeah, kind of that way. It looks really weird right now. Before I 100% attach it, I kind of want to see how it looks. It looks cute in the photo, but this just looks so weird by itself. And I don't know if it actually is going to do the nose thing that I want it to, you know? And I don't know if I just want to embroider a nose on in pink. So I'm a bit torn. I'd like to make a bunny egg to go with that as well. I have 2 rosy rabbits so far that I want to make. But I knew the color for this one, so I started here. And now I just have to work up the body. I am crocheting on a 3.5, and this is ivory. Oh, I found the orange, didn't I? It was pumpkin. Wow. No, stroll fingering. Yeah, no, it's not pumpkin. That's not right. It is ivory, red heart, dreamy. And it looks like that. And it's kind of fuzzy all on its own. So, I am holding it in a unicorn bag from Stitching Plaza. And I just thought it would be super cute for my little bunny project. Very sweet. Yeah, so I mean, not much to show yet. Hopefully I will have some drive to get it done, and then I will ship off Heidi Horse. So basically I need to make this body piece so that I can do all 4 of the legs onto the body, and then I just have the head and the ears left to do, and then a tail. I don't know, she does a little crochet ball and sews it on, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to make a pom-pom and sew it on. The crochet ball would probably take more of a beating, to be fair. So I might just trust the designer on that one and go ahead with that. Okay, I have one more knitting object. I feel like this has been a lot already, and it has been. I've done a lot. So the other day, in my Coraline bag from Lila Styles, look at that. Oh, so good. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And it came with a Coraline pouch, same fabric. I love Bobinsky. He's so cute. All right. Okay, let's get the whole thing out here. Okay, so I have a Cookie and Bees cake cozy, and I am holding my yarn in here. It is the Pink Palace from Coraline. So it's got mauve and cream, pink, gray, and then it goes back to mauve, pink, cream gray. Is this on sparkle? Yeah, this is a sparkly vase. And I got it in a 50-gram cake. So I did 2 25-gram cakes here. So I can knit them one at a time, but the stripes will go one way. And I have cast on in Cordial from Knit Picks. It is a stroll color. So here is the Cordial. And I am using a Progress Keeper from Simply Serving plus Bad Wolf Girl, because we got together and did this collaboration together. And I told her I wanted the the looking glass piece from Coraline. And she came through and made these incredible, kind of almost one of a kind. Every single one was a little bit different, had a little bit of a different curve or a different flare. I am working on a 2.25 US 1. And I've gone up to 25 or 26 stitches on either side, which is fine by me. Oh, I hooked the back. There it is. Okay. So fine by me has a lot of, you can see I have so much stretch, even on a US 1. So I've left this little guy on the back so that I can mark the heel when I get to it. And I don't have anything else to show on this. I'm hoping to have at least one full repeat done next time so that I can at least show you what the colors look like. I just had this order come in the other day, and again, I was searching for a pick-me-up, and I tried this. I was like, at first I was bummed because I was like, oh, I don't have a Coraline charm. Yes, I do. And then I was like, and I have a Coraline bag. So everything is theme, and I love it. I love theme. And this bag is really big. So if you are thinking of ordering from Lila Styles, I highly recommend it. She is on Etsy. She is super sweet, and she makes really, really, really beautiful things. And my just little Coraline, oh my gosh, I love it with the ghost children and the other mother, and oh my gosh. I love them so much. And this is a zipper bag. And what I kind of could do is like pop it around and have it sit. But for now, it's totally fine that it closes. They squash really well if you want to put them in your purse. So it's very good. And I am having a blast pulling some of these old project bags out that I just haven't been going anywhere. So if it sits on the couch, it sits on the couch. But it does prevent the puppy from picking up each individual leg and trying to trade it for food. Oh, okay. And that is all of my knitting. I do have a little bit of makeup chatter to talk to you about, and then not too much on the Babble segment. Just been home, just been working, just been crocheting and knitting and cooking a little bit. I find that I am having a hard time staying on schedule. When Pat is home, I feel like every day's a weekend, so it's very hard for me to orient myself into a work mind frame. I got out for a jog the other day with the puppy, which was good. I intend to do that more. Intend to do it today. And the weather shouldn't be too bad. Might be a little chilly, but it shouldn't be too bad. I guess I will move into makeup with Meg and then finish off. So if you are all done, thanks so much, and I will see you next week. If you're sticking around for my makeup chatter, let's get right into it. I am again wearing my lash liner lashes put on with Ardell Magnetic Gel Liner. That seems to hold my lashes on best. I took a challenge to use only 3 colors for my eyeshadow today, and I used a Wet n Wild palette. Let's see if I can open it, because Wet n Wild is a very affordable brand. So you put this on your eyelid, you put this in your crease, and you put this in the brow bone, and to blend them together. As you can see, I don't use this palette much. You can still see the words on there. This is, does it give me a name or a color? Well, these do normally come with a color, but I must have lost it off of the back at some point. But if you went to the store, I'm sure that you would be able to recognize a palette similar to this. I believe I got this because I wanted to do smokier eyes. And I thought that it would look good with brown eyes because it had purple. which I've heard is good for brown eyes. So this is the combo. The eyeliner is the Mary Kay waterproof eyeliner that I did the other day, and I am super pleased with it. I definitely think this is a darker makeup look than I normally would do for the podcast, because I normally would put gold instead of purple or smoke gray. But I think it went pretty well. On my lips, I have Maybelline in the, Seductress. Yeah, Seductress, I think it's called. It's kind of just a, like a tan. Yeah. It's a little bit darker than I normally would do. So when I got down here and realized that my eyeshadow was so much darker, I really needed to amp up my lash game so that my eyes didn't look too small. And I actually lined the under of my eye a little bit more than I normally would do as well, and just played up in the bronzer and everything to try and match the rest of my face to the level that my eyes were on. So I think it went pretty well. I'm wearing a hair piece. I got these on Amazon. You can just throw all of your hair up and then you put your bun on top. And it's super nice and easy. My hair is soaking wet still because I just got out of the shower. So when I take this out, it will look ridiculous. So I'll do that after. But yeah, so I kind of took the challenge 3 colors with a Wet n Wild palette. I think that the eyeshadow turned out pretty good, but it is, it's definitely not a palette that I use often. It's more of like a going out palette. I tend to lean much more in between pink, burgundy, brown, gold hues when I do my eyeshadow. So that's what I really enjoy. If you are ever curious, you can always get onto Pinterest or different makeup platforms and look up what is the best colors for your eye color to make them pop. I have heard that brown and purple are really great together. So as I have brown eyes, I do tend to try to go for the purple shades if I think that's going to work for me. I did wear a Simply Cozy top, which is my pattern. It came out in the summer, and it has ribbing at the bottom. It is in the Cunning colorway from Dragon Horde Yarn. So I just wanted to give Tristan a hug from far away. So I'm wearing her yarn. And I thought that it would go with, I needed something to go with my makeup. So I think that went pretty well. And that is everything I've got to show you. There's been so much. I just can't wait to go ahead and cast on the second one of this and get that going, and then make official decisions in my head about the Hufflepuff glove. It has been so much fun hanging out with you. I hope you are all surviving the quarantine and being home with your husbands and your wives and your kids, or your cats and your dogs. I'm sure they're thrilled you're home. Maybe not, cats. Cats like their alone time sometimes, so anyway. I'm gonna go get another cup of coffee because as large as this was, I drank that far too quickly. So, reminding you to take it 1 cup at a time, no matter how large that cup may be. And I will see you next week. Bye.